Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25, and welcome back to our Take Over the Map challenge here on Survival 4X. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we are officially in selling season. That's right, we got a whole bunch of barley to sell off. So, yeah, our truck is already loaded for the first load. We've got 2 loads to bring in today, and we have our straw to take in. So, let's fire up the old truck, get her ready, and head into town, shall we? Beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn our lights on. Get up climbing. And this will be our first big test with the being able to climb up with a load on the new road. Hopefully she grips up nicely. I mean, it is snowing, but it is beautiful, cold morning here on the farm. But hopefully we'll be able to get up this hill without too much trouble. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you guys are still enjoying the series. Can't wait to see how much money we end up making today. It's going to be hopefully a decent amount because we got to buy a planter before planting season. April is planting season and we need a planter before then. Now, I've been given some thought to it, and I was told that the DB120 mod is broken. I don't know if that's true on PC. They said it was on console, so maybe it's different on PC and console. But I think I'm still going to try it. Come on, truck, pull! Uh-oh, we're going backwards. I don't know what road surface am I going to have to give us in order to get up this hill. Apparently grass. Like, this thing climbs the grass just fine, but it can't climb the road. Oh. Maybe it can't climb the grass just fine. Okay. Well, this isn't going very well. Is it the snow that's causing us so much issues? I mean, there's no snow on the ground yet, so you wouldn't think so, but maybe it's wet and maybe we're in one of those soggy points where, I don't know if you guys, if you live in an area with snow, you know what I'm talking about, where like you get like rapid freeze and thaw points during the wintertime. Usually early spring, early winter sort of deals, where you get like rapid freezing and thawing and it makes a soupy mess. But it looks like we're struggling, but we're gonna make it, I think. There we go. We're over the worst of it, so we should be good now. Man, there for a moment I was thinking we're gonna have to go get the tractor. That would be something that would be cool for them to add into the game. It's like a I know they have winches and stuff for forestry, but imagine like a winch on a tractor or a tow rope or something that you could hook up and pull your equipment if it gets stuck. I think that would be pretty cool. Make the game a little bit more interesting. But yeah, it looks like we are starting to get, well, maybe that's just the roads. It is putting her down, I'll give her that. Oh! Whoa there, killer. Whoa. Man, this has been a rough trip. This is only trip number 1. We got 2 of these trips, plus a trip with the tractor. Of course, the tractor is not going to struggle at all to get over here. We're going to have to look at our tire wear on this truck as well. Make sure we're not too worn. I might have to replace the tires. Maybe that's what's the problem. But, man, it's been a doozy of a trip. They're making us earn this load, that's for sure. But we should be coming up on the way into town soon here. There it is. I see it. Slow her down. Cut the corner a little bit aggressively there. Beautiful. pull over the grain bin here. See which one is opening. Okay, so that's the rear open. Oh, we should probably turn the hood back on, huh? We've got a ton of money, guys. Look. I don't think affording the planter is going to be an issue. But I think I will go for the DB120 just so that we have the biggest working width. If it doesn't work, then I look like an idiot. And we'll just have to sell it, take the loss, and then get the case anyway. We should have plenty of money either way. But, yeah. Anyway. Our first... I think it's 55% in the back. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 50%. Who knows? But for the first one, we made 31,900, so almost 32,000 plus another 3,900 environmental score bonus. So yeah, about $36,000. Not too shabby. And then we should make roughly that again on the front. So that's already a pretty decent amount of money. And then we got another almost full load. Not quite a full load. It'll be one full bin and then a partial bin. But yeah, this is fun. I love getting to sell off all the stuff that we worked hard for. We hold on to it till it's ready to sell, and then when we sell it off, we make all the money. Makes you feel good about yourself until you spend it immediately, which we will be doing. The other thing is I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get the DB120 home. I might have to bring over a tractor because I'm guaranteeing that thing's too long for my my trailer, or my lowboy. That thing's massive if you've never seen it. And it also takes about 80 minutes to unfold. At least it did on FS22. But we are absolutely crushing it. And yeah, about $36,000 again. We'll take it. All right, let's head back to the farm and get load number 2. I'm not going to rush through this episode today. I think we're just going to take it nice and casual. We usually rush right through these, and then you just, I don't know, it just kind of loses its, you know, sanctity a little bit. I feel like it needs to have its own day, you know. It'll be a shorter episode, but I don't think you guys mind that. But we do have a lot of work to do today. We just relatively quick work. Alright, our little tree tunnel's doing just fine. Be careful coming down. Whoa! I lost the road. Oh, jackknife! But I didn't hit anything, so it didn't count. Right? That's how that works. I'm pretty confident that's how that works. If you don't hit anything, you didn't actually crash. Doesn't matter if you jackknifed and destroyed your trailer. Or your truck. Oh my gosh, the just no traction. No traction. Now again, we do have 2 mods installed that lowers our friction on our tires. One is the tire wear mod, which allows your tires to wear out over time. And the other is the realistic weather mod. Where am I going? I need to get the grain. Dumb. All right. This one. All right, let's pull in. And get some barley. Got 147,000 liters of it left. Hopefully I don't get snagged. I have to pull out kind of straight, or pull forward kind of straight. But man, it's a chilly morning to be hauling stuff, that's for sure. getting back inside. It's cold. It's cold out here, man. I like our little setup we got here, man. Alright, let's get the rest of the barley in the back, and then we should be good to go forward. Go back, deliver this. Obviously, we'll try to go through the grass again. I have to talk to the city, or talk to the county and tell them, hey, I've tried, and you guys are kind of letting me down with this, being able to climb these hills. I need some better road surfaces. If a little bit of gravel wasn't enough, you're going to have to come through and put full gravel down. And if that don't work, you're going to have to asphalt it. Alright, here we go. Up the hill we go. Doesn't this look comfy? Come on, little international pole. All right, we're going to go off the road here. I think we'll be okay. Seems to be climbing a little bit better than the last time. Got my heater on in here so it feels nice and toasty. Alright, I think that's the worst of it, so we're going to cut right in through here. Oh, I think I screwed up. I think I was supposed to go in here. Should be fine. I don't think we're too tall. Beautiful. Where there's a will, there's a way. And we'll find it. Gotta make that money somehow. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. Beautiful. Alright, nothing in front of us but open road on our way back into town. Trying to be careful so we don't jackknife the truck again. Well, that snow is hypnotizing, isn't it? You ever drive in a snowstorm and it just looks like you're going warp speed? Alright, let's try to actually turn on the road this time. Beautiful. Alright, we made it in one piece. Look at us go. And watch the money climb, baby. I don't remember if I got all the straw out already or not. I hope I did. Because it'll take a minute. Because it's like over 1 million liters of straw that we get to sell off. But this should be another almost $36,000. And then the rear tank will be a little bit less. Yeah, I think this is the better view. Gives you guys a chance to see what's happening. Alright, open the rear. I mean, we made essentially 36,000 times 3. That would be 120,000 plus 18 would be $138,000. So whatever we get off this is going to add to that. Over $600,000 in the bank, guys. We are crushing it. And this was roughly 21.5 plus 26, so $24,000 on top of the 136-ish. Not bad. So we basically made $160,000. What is it? Dagnabbit. I'm not trying to do this. But saving isn't a bad idea right now. And just maybe drive into the middle of nowheres. It's alright though. We'll be fine. We'll get the truck back to where it's going to be stored in the silo complex area, the unloading station. And then we will go over, grab the tractor, or grab one of our tractors, so that we can get our straw taken in today. It's so dark. It is a gloomy morning out here this morning, isn't it? Definitely feels cold, that's for sure. Alright, let's pull her into the shed. Turn the lights off. Shut her down. Beautiful. Alright, do we have a tractor up there? It looks like we do, so we'll just run over to the tractor instead of teleport. Hopefully that means that my straw is loaded. And we'll have to check on everything. I do have goat's milk too that I probably could be selling off, but I think we'll hold for a little while. I want to get a really good load of goat's milk to take in, instead of taking a little bit here and there. We should be getting more baby goats soon. We started with 20. Okay, we do have all of our straw. Beautiful. Fire her up, baby. Heck yeah. Let's get this thing into town. Cover that straw so it ain't getting wet from the snow. Dude, I love our little area down here, man. I think we've done a really good job building this up. Beautiful. Totally didn't just drive into my wheat field. That's the other thing. So this year we're going to be doing wheat instead of barley. So I want to see how much money we make off of the wheat versus the barley. And so we ended up making about about $160,000 this year, all things considered. And then we're about to make the straw, but you guys said that the straw doesn't change between crop types. I thought that some crops gave more straw than others. I could be wrong, but if it's all the same, then all we care about is the actual grain, how much it sells for. And I believe the yield is higher on wheat, but the price is lower when you sell it. So I wonder what that's going to end up being. So next year when we sell off our wheat, I want to kind of keep an eye and see how much money we make. If we make more than $160,000, wheat is definitely better than barley. If we don't make more than $160,000, barley is definitely better than wheat. But the thing that we were getting the wheat for in the first place was I want to be able to make flour at some point. Plus, we could potentially do chickens as well, which would give us some eggs, because chickens won't eat that much feed, and they can eat the wheat. So that's something to think about as well. But yeah, I like this old tractor of ours, this little New Holland. Again, it was a interesting buy. It was cheap, good power, and it's not even modded. It's part of the Highlands fishing expansion, so that was pretty cool. But boy, it's dirty in here. And I cleaned my stuff, but man, it gets so dirty so fast. All right, turn the corner. Alright, now this has to go in the yellow circle, or yellow square here. Beautiful. Time to see how much we make off this. Place your bets, guys. So we've already made about $160,000 today. Let's see how much we make now. I'd say it's probably going to be about $45,000 to $50,000. $51,700 with a $6,300 bonus. So we ended up making about $58,000 there to add to our 160. So we are over $200,000 this year for our barley harvest. That is amazing. I was not expecting that. That is awesome. So yeah, we are doing quite well. We are doing quite well. This is a big deal. So now we should be able to get our planter. Actually, hold that thought. This thing actually has the ability to, it has a trailer hitch on the back of the trailer. So in theory, I should be able to hook the planter up to it and pull it home at the same time. Save me a trip. Alright, we're going to be getting the DB120 though. If it doesn't work, I'm going to look like an idiot because you guys told me it didn't work. And yeah, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's just a bug on console or something. But we want the DB120, this big old unit right here, $345,000, 36.5 meters, 9 miles an hour. So yeah, the case is actually slightly slower too, not just slower, or not just smaller. But yeah, we are gonna go for this sucker. So we've got Refuge Plus liquid fertilizer tanks. Front liquid fertilizer. Yeah, I think we just go with the liquid fertilizer tank. That's fine. As far as wheels go, probably good to have some wide tires for this thing. Drag chains, sure. I'm going to get all the fanciness. Gauge wheels, what do we got here? Oh, no, we don't need that. We'll just keep the regular wheels. Digistar 4 or GT400 scale, we'll put that on the back so that we have an idea how much seed is still left in the hopper. You can see that little computer right there on the back. That's what we just changed. There you go. Now you can see it. GPS configurations. Yeah, we'll throw the Starfire's 300 or 3000 on there, even though we don't really need it. We will have the work lights. Whoops. I'm not worried about wheel covers. And then cleaner disc configuration. Yeah, probably ought to do cleaner discs. There we go. That way we don't get a bunch of mud getting stuck on our stuff. We don't need a trailer hitch on this at this time, and we don't need a conveyor at this time. We can load everything. That'll be fine. Standard folding mechanism, Mexico, or crawler track. I don't know which is faster, but we'll go with the crawler track because it sounds cool. Hoses color, error just, that's all fine. We don't need to change any of that. $390,000. Good God, that stuff's expensive. $27,000 for cleaner discs. I mean, in the game, it doesn't make any difference at all, but it kind of, looks cool. $390,000, y'all. That is expensive. This better work, or I'm gonna look like an idiot. Let's pick it up. Good Lord. All right, let's take. Oh my God. Yep, that's a unit right there, bud. Look at that thing. Oh, it's cool though. Yeah, look at that. Got our little headlight on. But, boy, that thing is expensive. But hopefully it'll go a long ways towards getting us all the money we could ever ask for. All right. It's time. Let's turn our headlight off. See if this will hook up. I'm hoping it'll hook up to our trailer hitch on the back of this trailer. I'm gonna say that's not looking promising. Obviously, it's very low to the ground. Yeah, unfortunate. Doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. Alright, well, we'll come back and grab it. I was hoping that I was smart. You can see there is a trailer hitch right there on the back of these, which allows you to road train them, which is nice. But I was hoping that we could cheese it and pick the planter up and bring with us. But that planter's a monster. I didn't even look to see how much it weighs, but I'm sure we've got plenty. I know we've got horsepower for it. I'm sure we've got plenty of weight for it as well, so I don't think that'll be an issue since we have the Steiger. But man, oh lie, we are in the big leagues now, boys. We've got a massive planter, we've got a massive seeder, we've got big old tractors, we've got us a shed, we've got us a silo complex. We're still paying on the silo complex, in case those of you out there forgot. That is part of, oh crap. It's always needs to save. I've got it set for every 10 minutes for the autosave interval, but as soon as this gets done saving, then I got to go back out, make sure I'm not driving. Yeah, I was going to say, make sure I'm not crashing into anything. But if we go back in here, you can see we still owe $229,000 on the main loan. You do see the one loan. That loan is for fertilizer and seeds from last year. We kind of needed it. I didn't mention it, but we definitely needed it. So we're paying on that for a year. So I think it's $8,000 a month for that, plus $8,000 a month for our silo complex loan. So $16,000 a month, and yet we're still bringing in money. You'll love to see it. But we'll get this put back over there. And then we'll have to go back into town and grab that DB120. And I don't even know if that thing's going to fit inside our warehouse. Like, we got this big old shed, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Oof, almost didn't make that turn. Beautiful. Alright, let's go back into town. We'll grab our DB120 and bring home. Hopefully this tractor can pull it. Obviously we're not using it. We're just dragging it, so it should have enough horsepower to drag it. And we do have wheel weights, so I don't think it'll make us do too big of a wheelie. But I'm excited, man. We have worked really hard for everything we've got. But it's starting to add up. It's starting to really add up. And we got a couple of months of winter to go through, and then it'll be time to plant our soybeans for the first time. And I'm excited for that too. That's going to be a big come up for the farm. But we're also going to have to put in a liquid fertilizer tank so that we can store liquid fertilizer on site. And so that's something we're going to have to look at. And we also want to start looking at bringing that other silo that we use for buying like solid fertilizer and seeds and so on and lime. We're going to bring that down to the front of our building as well today. So a couple small projects to move, but not that big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. Man, it is a long old trip back here to town, isn't it? Like, this is literally like us driving all the way across one of the regular maps just to get to town. And that's not me being facetious, like, that's the truth. That's the beauty of a 4X map. And we literally just crossed an entire map just to get here to pick this big unit of a planter up. We shouldn't have any trouble. We'll get over here, we'll pick it up. Back it up, Terry. Oh man, it did squat down our tractor. She squatted pretty good. Oh, she's feeling it, but she's got it. No problem. Just don't want to catch it on the building on our way by. This town does leave a little bit to be desired. Maybe some point. Oh my God, we're doing wheelies. Oh my gosh. We almost lost it. Almost lost it. Man, this thing is a freaking unit, man. This poor little tractor is struggling. Yeah, I've got low gravity on the front tires, so I got to be careful. We definitely got to do some work with that in town. We'll try to set up a back road and everything, and do some leveling and stuff at some point to try to get the town so it's not a death trap for stuff like this. Man, that thing is an absolute unit. Now, I have slowed down my steering quite a bit to try to be a little bit smoother instead of jerking all the time. Because it seems like the steering in this game, you tend to be jerky. And I don't like jerky movements. I like to kind of have a smooth turn. Just looks more natural. Wondering how this is going to do going down the hill, though. This thing's going to try to push us. We're going to crash. I have a feeling. This thing is going to shove this tractor straight down that hill into a tree. I can feel it. Pray for me, guys. We're about to hit the big leagues. Just don't let off the gas. You'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? It's actually holding. Okay. I was worried that the trailer was going to, or the planter was going to push us, but it looks like we managed to pull it off no problem. Bonk your head on a couple of trees on our way by as I drive off the road because I'm looking at cinematics. How are we going to put this in there? This is a big freaking planter. Going to have to go all the way out and around just so that we can make it inside. And then how does it fit in our warehouse here? The answer is simple. It doesn't. This thing is literally the size of our entire operation. Got an idea. Now, this is going to come in to be a pain in the backside when we need to do other things, but since this thing is the way it is at the moment, we're going to go ahead and try to put her in the maintenance shed for the time being. She can be by herself in there. I think it's roughly the right size. Look at that. Dude, tell me I don't have an eye for, like, how big something is. Look at this. Every inch. Straight into the table. Every inch that we could get. And we managed to get it inside. Perfect. At least it's out of the weather. That's the main thing. Alright, let's get the tractor out of the weather. And then I'll get me out of the weather soon. Alright. Park it up. Man, I got a bunch of dirty equipment. Oh! You guys, the astute among you may be wondering, what happened to our orange tractor? Yeah, I sold it in favor of this ginormous Massey Ferguson right here. Big Red is back! If you guys remember the old New Frontier playthrough we did, the logging playthrough, Big Red was a big part of that once we finally upgraded from Little Red to Big Red. And yeah, this thing is absolute unit. Love this tractor. Transmission is so good in this thing. And yeah, this is going to be going a long ways towards helping us. So now that we've got a planter, we actually have enough money we could potentially buy a new piece of land. But I don't think that's going to be our main priority right now. So let's go ahead and head up to the house. And I know some of you guys are probably mad at me because I don't shut the lights off and I don't close doors because it just gets repetitive. But we'll run up the driveway. Should have drove the freaking Kubota down. That little side-by-side. I could have drove that down and then I'd be driving it back. No, I gotta walk. It's alright. Walking's good for you, and being cold builds character. Let's check on our goats while we're here. See how they're doing. Wheat fields are looking good, though. It's good news. We got some goat milk sitting here. Beautiful. 3 pallets. We got flying goats again! I saw... Where'd he go? I saw you. You can't hide from me, flying goats. Yeah. You better come down. That's all I'm saying. Hey, we got 80 goats now. So yeah, we did get another batch of babies. Beautiful. That is awesome. So we're going to be making a lot of milk this next couple of years. But wait till we get up to 500 little goats. It's going to be all the milk. But I think that's what we needed to do for today. I think we can go up here, feed Shadow so that he has something to eat. And then we'll probably go inside for the night. We've got seeds and water, so we're good there. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, we said we were gonna change this, or we're gonna move this silo down there, and then get a liquid fertilizer silo. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So the only way to do this in game, you can't actually just move it. In real life, you would just empty it and then move the silo and then pour you a new base, bust up the old one. But can't really do that in this game. But you can sell it. And obviously we'll have to get rid of that, so we'll paint the ground with a little bit of grass. Boop. There we go. Looks like it's fine. Apparently it didn't. It took the grass actually away from it, which is fine. Just means I got to do one of these little things like, ha. There we go. Now nobody will ever know. All right. Now let's go ahead and go up here. We will go to our... I think it's called... it's a factory. Could be wrong. Could be in the silos, but... yeah, I don't see it. Maybe it's a selling point. I forget where it's located. Yeah, it might just be under silos. Alright. So, or it might be containers, actually. I know the liquid fertilizer tank is. Here's our liquid fertilizer tank. Now, we didn't level anything for this, so we probably ought to do that real quick. Let's go ahead and go into level. We want to start from up here. Our fuel tank's there. We don't want our liquid fertilizer too close to our fuel tank. So we'll just bring a nice little area right here. Just build up a nice little pad for our liquid fertilizer tank. I don't know if that's long enough, but we'll find out. Alright, we want the part that we fill to be right along the roads, our driveway area. So that should be good right there. Beautiful. And it puts the gravel in, so we don't have to worry about it. That should be perfectly fine. And then we can smooth that a little bit. A little bit of smoothing, so it's not so rough. Kind of blends in a little better. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's jank. Hold it. I forgot about that. When you soften too much, it makes it float. All right, so we've got our tank. I like that, and now we need to put in our buying station, which is this right here, the mineral cell silo. And we'll have to do that again, where we take an area and we just level a small pad. So we'll just bring this small pad. This one's not nearly as big and is more square than anything. There we go. And now we should be able to put in our mineral cell silo. Stop trying to make me sell my building. And we'll just put this right along the road surface as well, just off the side. Beautiful. Oh my God, what did you do? That is not what I was looking for. But yes, let's go ahead and we'll just soften this area since the game tries to make me miserable. Alright, that's not too bad. Just do a little bit of softening. And then as far as gravel, we'll get rid of that little section of gravel. And we were using mud light. So we should be able to find our mud light in here. There it is. And then we just want to kind of paint this area back over, leaving the gravel pad underneath this. It's perfectly fine. And then I don't think we need to really soften that. That don't look too bad. But yeah, so now we've got our fuel tank. Let me run down here real quick. We've got our fuel tank. We've got our mineral cell silo. Yeah, that don't look too bad at all. And then this looks pretty good. But we'll fill up our liquid fertilizer. And eventually we will have to have a second tank for our herbicide. But yeah, as of right now, not necessary. But yeah, we'll probably end up putting the herbicide right next to the liquid fertilizer. Or at least close by. Obviously, I'm trying to keep the fuel away from the fertilizer. Because they don't play well together. They make a explosion hazard. Because I believe fertilizer is an oxidizer. But anyway, that's the main goals for today. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go forward and see what we got. We'll double check again with everything. Make sure that everybody's got everything. I know the goats had food and everything, so they should be good. And then in terms of our productions, I think everything should be normal. We still have plenty of grass in the one silo to get made in. It's at 1.3 million left, so that's good. We've got seeds and water, so we're good there. And we are selling the excess water out of that, so perfect. Let's go forward. Now, we're not going to do any planting or anything today. We're just going to go forward until it's time. But I want you guys to see as we produce money so that you guys don't think I'm cheating. I haven't cheated at all during this series, and I don't think I need to say that I don't cheat, but it's just one of those things where some people do cheat, and so I like to make sure that folks know that I'm not one of those people. But also, I forgot to check our sale point, but there's a nice Terraflex Draper header. This one's 13.7 meters wide, which is nice. But yeah, we don't need to worry about any of that. Man, it's a snowing, y'all. Good Lord, look at all the snow. All right, well, there's not much we need to do here. I forgot to feed him. I'm sorry, Shadow. Forgive me, buddy. Here, boy. I'm so sorry, buddy. I forgot. It's my bad. I'll feed you twice today just to make sure that you keep your... Where are you at, you goofy dog? He's probably gone. He's like, screw you. You didn't feed me. There he is. There he is. He's going to... Oh, he went around? He didn't teleport. Oh, my God. The frame rate. What happened? What is going on with my frame rate right now? Good boy. I apologize, guys. I don't know what's happening with the frame rate, but something is definitely not thrilled. So we're just going to go ahead and skip forward and hope that that fixes it. Wow. That was awful. Hopefully that fixes whatever it is. Maybe it's just the snow causing... It's still showing that it's running at low frames. Okay, there we're back up to... There we go. Back to normal-ish. Not quite, but better. Alright, let's check on our productions again. We are getting low on seeds, so we will need to get some seeds. But I think we got enough to go forward one more month. Anything new in here? We got the Dalbo Maxi Roll. Ooh. This is the case traction. Well, this is the traction king that we've already had. Never mind. Not big ooh. Okay. Let's go ahead and go forward one more month. And for those of you who don't know how I do, how I fill up the seed, I'll show you guys. We'll fill up the, oh man, I just moved that freaking silo down to the bottom too. Means I gotta go all the way down to get seed. You know what? I might just get rid of those. I think I will. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the gardens. I don't think we need them anymore. I'll keep the well just in case, but I think we'll get rid of the gardens. And it looks like they are out of seeds, so now is the perfect time. But yeah, I think these served their purpose, but I think we're done with them. Ooh, nice. So let's go into our construction menu and just remove both of these. Get our money back out of them. And then we can go through and soften the area that they were from. I know that'll hurt my frames a little bit, but should be fine. There we go. And then we'll have to replace the area that's right here. And this. Got a couple areas that need to be back to grass texture. Boop. Boop. And then we got to plant grass back in it. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. So that's that. Again, those have served their purpose. That's the main thing. But we don't really need them anymore. And I like having the backyard a lot more open. So, don't you? What do you think, Shadow? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go ahead and feed him again. Because it is technically a new month. Alright, and then we'll go forward in April, which will be time to plant our soybeans for the first time. So, I'm excited. Plus, we'll have to do our grass mowing. Now, we do have enough money, and you guys brought up a good point, that we should buy a forage harvester and get rid of the Big M. Now, I'll probably keep the Big M just for when we have to mow those areas and stuff. So, I think, if anything, we get rid of the Batwing because we no longer need it. But I think we buy a forage harvester. We should have plenty of money to do so. And you guys made this was a great point that you guys brought up. So this will save us a lot of time because we will still need the forage wagon for picking up our straw that we make every year. But other than that, like, we already have a trailer to pull the grass and everything. So I think we just go down here and find a forage harvester. Now, as far as what forage harvester we should go for, I really don't have a preference, to be honest. I just don't know how much a forage harvester, like how fast they're going to be able to work. We do have the big X. I mean, we could do that. Since we had the big M, maybe we go for the big. Oh my God, we don't have enough money. Good Lord, why is this thing so expensive? Good Lord. So this is the mower, right? And it can mow all sorts of things. And it has a 9-mile-an-hour working width. Why is the mower so slow? And then these have to be grains or whatever. Huh. Well, I was thinking about that, but we don't have that kind of money. And then this doesn't actually have a mower attachment. How about you, John Deere? Like, this is a pickup header, I'm pretty sure, so you would need a swather. I mean, we could just use the Lizard Colossus. Yeah, I don't know why there's no mowers for any of these. But look how freaking expensive these things are, man. I mean, we don't need anything crazy. So I was looking at these John Deeres. I guess we could just let's look at our headers for forage harvesters. So there are mowers like this direct disc here. It works at 9 miles an hour. And then you got the Krone X disc. Also works at 9 miles an hour. But I think there's a I was gonna say the Lizard Colossus. Okay, this Titan Forager here allows us to work at maximum speed. And then this is just a mower header. Like, I'm not concerned about trying to go like super wide working width. I mainly want the speed. This works at 12 miles an hour, this mower. And it doesn't have a horsepower requirement. So I'm thinking that's probably what we go with. But this header here can do grass and all of the things. So maybe we go with this instead of a mower, because this can do the grass as well. As far as working width, I'm fine with the standard working width. That's perfectly fine. Maybe a bit bigger. We'll go 25 meter. I was hoping like there was like a little bit bigger, but we'll go 25 meter working width. As far as brands, yeah, we'll keep the Lizard branding. We don't care about the crop guides. And then the colors. What? We probably want to check what forage harvester we're actually going to go for. And I wanted to go for the Krone, but it's too expensive. Got this New Holland. We got a John Deere. Got Kloss. I mean, we've already got a Kloss harvester. Let's just go for the John Deere, I think. Let's get the 9000 series forage harvester. As far as pipe control, standard. Yeah, standard's fine. Engine setup, we have 770 horsepower. Or we can add money and go up to 970 horsepower. I don't think it's necessary to go up to 900 horsepower. Let's just go with the 770. That's fine. I don't think we need to go too crazy. And then I prefer the Nokians if we can, but we don't have Nokians, so do we go with the Midas or the Michelin? Or do we go with BKTs? Let's go with the Michelin, I guess. And then we don't need to worry. I don't really care about the wheel setup too much. Just changes the tread pattern. Now that's a wider wheel. We'll go with the wider wheel. That's fine. $501,000. Good God, man, it's so expensive for everything. Let's go ahead and do it, though. And then as far as the header goes, we will get the Lizard Colossus Titan Forager header that works at 10 miles an hour. This one can work at maximum speed, so we'll go with this one. And then it's 25 meter working width is fine. You know what? No. Because it works at maximum speed, I'm not going to actually extend the working width. We'll just keep it at the 9 meter working width. And then we'll change the colors to the John Deere colors since we have a John Deere tractor. So John Deere green. And then as far as the rest goes, we'll throw some John Deere yellow, which I believe is this one. There we go. Looks the part. And then the rest of this should also be John Deere yellow. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. So now we are the proud owners of a John Deere forage harvester. There we go. Pretty smooth. What was it beeping at me for? Man, this thing is nice inside, actually. This might be the nicest John Deere I've ever owned. It ought to, for the price. And then we got this big old header here that's going to be able to do a lot of different things for us. But, yeah, let's hook them up and take them home. Actually, I should have brought the truck over and hauled it home. But we're already over here. We'll just drive it. We'll just drive it back. I normally would bring the lowboy over for this, but it's all right. We'll just drive it back, get a good workout on the way home. But yeah, so this should allow us to do our grass and not have to worry about picking up the grass afterwards. And it should, in theory, work at the maximum working speed, which is 25 miles an hour, potentially. So, of course, the AI only works it up to 15 miles an hour anyway, so it's still going to be limited in its speed overall. I think. We'll see. But yeah, this thing's a beast, man. And like I said, I don't think we're going to sell the Chrome just because I want to keep it for when we do the, like, you know how when we buy new property, we have to like mow the grass before we start to do anything with it. That's why we want to keep that, because that thing can do all that. Yeah, this has been a crazy episode. I thought this was going to be a short episode, but it actually ended up being longer than expected. I don't know how much I'll end up trimming out so to make it a little bit easier for you guys, but you'll have to let me know how I did. Might not cut anything out. Might just let you guys have a nice raw episode. If anything, we'll probably cut out the going forward in time. But yeah, we're filling up our garage, guys. We've got our shed almost full already. Doesn't take very long. Especially when you're making as much money a month as we are. Well, I'm excited. So it's officially planting season. So in the next episode, you're going to see me do all of our planting. I guess I could just start this thing on harvesting, honestly. Like it's just going for grass. So we'll go in, we'll grab our trailer, and let this thing get to work. Let's go ahead and do that. So we want our trailer. Of course, this trailer can hold up to 5 million liters, so we should be able to get the entire harvest into one time. I won't because I want to split it up, but open up the cover. Yeah. Look at that thing. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Alright, well, let's get the pipe up. That's the pipe is actually on right now. I don't know if that's actually working or not. Weird. Oh, we can actually get silage additive in this thing too. Perfect. Let me grab a couple of these and bring out. I don't know how much it can hold, so we'll start with the small one first. Okay, it doesn't hold very much. That's probably going to be a little annoying. Normally we don't use, or we have the silage additive in the forage wagon. But this is our forage wagon now. Yeah, it don't hold very much, so I wonder how much it's going to use. This might be a problem. Alright, well, let's get it started on cutting. We've got a 9-meter working width. Everything should be good. See what happens. Okay, so it does go up. Alright, as long as everything's working. It appears to be. Beautiful. He's off to the races. A new setup for our mower. Like I said, we will go ahead and sell off our Batwing, since we're not... Oh my god, I need to be able to see inside there. Dagnabbit. Yeah, it is not thrilled, is it? Let's see if we can go into the map and select it. With everything next to each other, it's going to be a nightmare, but maybe we can get away with it. Or I guess we could just go into the... I forgot, there is the menu. Go in here and go for the Bednar Batwing. God, we own a lot of equipment now. Did I miss it? It's called the Bednar Batwing. Oh, it's literally the very first one. Alright, well, let's go ahead and sell this. $12,731 in the bank. But we'll use our Big M here for clearing new field areas and stuff. Because it does it relatively quickly. It's got a nice working width. So, yeah, we're on a roll, guys. I think we're doing freaking great. But you guys will have to let me know how you guys think about this placement of our new silos and stuff and containers. But I'm thrilled with how everything's looking, man. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.